I said there was nothing that said there was an option to carry her along with me. So didn't do it. And not gonna play again just to carry her on. Ba-ba-ba. Whee! Hello, big guy.
So, thou art come before me at last. I am the Dragon Lord,
I'm like trying to take a drink
Master
and completely
of
missing my mouth.
Masters, King of Kings. So hasty, pray, let us talk a while. Know that I do not call myself king without
Bad
reason.
guy's monologue.
My kind were once masters of this world, though you humans seem to have long since forgotten.
Okay.
Were it still so, this, the sphere of light, would have been my birthright, and the source of untold power both. Yet mine ancestors saw fit to award it to a human hero, whose deeds she did deem worthy. Let me in
which
turn
means
commend
that's
thy deeds,
mine by
descendant of that
birthright.
same human. Thou hast overcome much to reach me. Long have I awaited this moment. Come, take thy rightful place at my side. Do so, and I will grant
I have fought my
unto
way
thee
here beyond the
dominion
Goblin
over
City
half this world. What sayest
to
thou?
take back the light that you have
Wilt thou
stolen.
rule beside me?
So my will is great. Sorry, my brain went straight to the labyrinth. No, I'm not gonna sit beside you, buddy.
Thou wishest not for half the world. Wilt thou not reconsider? 'Tis an offer few would refuse.
Yeah, it's an offer offered by somebody who's going to lose and knows that they can, if I accept the offer, they get half. No, I don't want this.
Thou wilt brook no such covenant. Thou art resolved to face me no matter the cost.
Yep.
So be it. Come, fool. Know thine insignificance.
I am not insignificant. I am the protagonist. Dodgy, dodgy.
Thou shalt not escape.
Focus, focus.
Not today, insolent worm. Oh, thou shalt not escape. Kneel before me. This world is mine. Not today. Die. Kneel before me.
Ba-ba-ba. You can grind into significance, right? All right, one more round and his thingy's gone.
Insolent worm!
Yeah, but you didn't put your defense back up, buddy. Why is it not demon? Is he considered undead or something? Oh, he probably counts as a dragon. Wanted to full combo, but it's so hard to do with one character. Like I said, my choice. Ah, he does. He counts as a dragon. Me having to stop and think about being Dragon Lord.
Insolent worm!
Dodgy, dodgy.
Thou shalt not escape!
Meditation.
How I pity thee!
Oh, armor down. Interesting. I've never seen an armor down.
Thou shalt not escape! Much better.
That's magic resistance on. Ah!
This world is mine! Thou art no match for me!
He's the first person to use it on me.
A battle for the ages!
Yeah, so says you.
Thou shalt not escape! Perish!
Sticky aura is very uncommon. Yeah. Makes sense why he'd be the only one that can do it.
I cannot fall. This is far from over. Squirm, maggot.
I am not a maggot.
Much better. Beg for thy life. Ha! Much better. Thy pain is my pleasure. How I pity thee.
Ah, it bounces magic. Okay.
Know thy place. Squirm, maggot.
So used to seeing that circle being cop out.
Much better. Thou art outmatched.
Yeah! Done! He is defeated. He is defeated. And as he's like a normal bad guy. And there's another one coming. 19K. Nice. Leveled. Free healing.
The power of the light is no mere trifle.
Well, the power of being the
Then I must
protagonist.
needs rise to meet it. For I shall not be bested. Witness the might of my line.
You know, there are so many of these fights that would just end if you could, like, halfway through his conversation, just stab him. Right? Look, you're a big, evil, mean-looking figment. Only to reveal his terrifying true form as Figment. Dodgy, dodgy.
Much better. Not today.
Focus, focus.
Thou shalt not escape.
Living on the
Thou
wild
shalt not
side.
escape. Ha!
Ba-bum. I died trying to pull off an oomph boosted wild side divine double dragon slash. Ooh. That's a lot. I never remember to use items.
Thou shalt not escape. Ha!
I was using the war drum. Ah.
Ha! Not today.
It's basically oomph. Do, 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 do.
Thou shalt not escape.
Meditation. Brum, brum, brum. So much fire. Oh, he's almost dead. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-ba-ba. Yeah! Down with the dragon! I fought him on Draconian when he buffed. He did like 200, 300 damage a turn. Ouch! I never play it on, well, I can't say never. I usually always play on normal mode. I'm not one of those people who likes the challenge of hard mode, ever. And I only do easy if I'm really trying to get through a story quicker, and I've grown tired of the game.
No, not yet.
But that's cool for you. I cheesed him. I killed him with cop out. That's what I did with the big robot.
I need only draw upon that which is my birthright, my mother's gift unto me.
He was doing 200 to himself. Yep. Lots of fun with cop out.
Wherefore refusest thou the darkness? Wherefore refusest thou me?
Because, dude, you gotta come out of the shadows. Shadows. Come into the light. There. See? That's all it takes. You stab him mid-monologue.
The light, it fadeth.
Okay.
You have done well, child of light. The time is come to bring this chapter to a close.
Alright, so for ending of the game, I always make it full screen. Okay, Amal rests, the light gets a spear of light. I wasn't paying attention. As he holds it aloft, a blinding light radiates from deep within its core. Wait, does that mean that the Dragon Lord was my half-brother or something?
Yet so long as a seed of darkness remains, those of your line must remain ever vigilant.
Sounds like endgame dialogue. Oh, it is endgame dialogue. That was the end. And why I made it full screen. The Dragon Lord is a child of the Dragon Queen. Well, yeah, but he said by birthright, the sphere of light was his by his mother. And I was able to use the sphere of light, which means by birthright, it was also part of me. The great evil has been banished, and the world knows peace once more. So the fact that both of us had access to using the sphere of light by birthright, that means at some point in our history, we are related. And for its reference, the hero is a descendant of the dragons. Well, 4 is a different category. 1, 2, and 3 are a set group. I don't think 4 is next. Off the chat off there. Doesn't cover any. Alright, to my honey bunny. But it would make sense if we already are. 4 is not the same lineage, but they all are part of the Zenith legacy. Yeah. And that's what I'm kind of saying is Irdic's line at some point is related to the Dragon Lord's line. That makes him my cousin or my half-brother.
Brave hero, didst thou best the Dragon Lord and regain the Sphere of Light also? Thy deeds
yes.
are those of a hero, and let none say otherwise.
Welcome home, beloved. Right glad am I that thou didst keep thy promise to return unto me. There can be no doubt now that thou art that which thou hast long claimed to be, the true descendant of mighty Erdrick.
Which also, it goes with the way that the hero's armor looks like. It looks
been driven back at his hand, and the fiends with it. And in celebration of this, a great feast shall be held. All shall hail the Savior who did come to us in our time of direst need.
Yeah! Yay, heroes!
Doth aught trouble thee, beloved? Wherefore lingerest the hero of the hour in such a place? Strange. I too did feel that something called me here.
Erdrick did get the blessing of the Dragon Queen. He did. Which means he's blessed.
Scion of Erdrick, Gwaelin of Tantagel. By your efforts, the world has been made safe once more. I am grateful beyond words.
Argon blames Erdrick for the death of the Queen.
The Lady Rubis!
Bold hero, thanks to you, the Dragon Lord has been freed from the darkness and may once more be reborn into the light. You know not how much your efforts mean.
People who are evil always have a reason, and that reason usually doesn't stem from them just being born evil.
For we do not yet know how or by
Heroes are more destructive than bad guys most of the time in the beginning.
I sense the presence of one in whom a yet greater wickedness resides. In time, the dark shall surely rise again, and when it does, I shall once more do all in my power to see that it does not swallow this world entire. However, I cannot do so alone.
Is she going to tell us to start procreating?
Scion of Erdrick, will those who follow you possess the strength to prevail as you have done?
Dragon and 4 is the Queen's Child. I haven't gotten to 4 yet. I'm gonna wait for it to be remastered. I've literally only played 11, 3, and 1. But I know 4 isn't directly connected to these. So that doesn't go with what I'm thinking is being hinted at, since it's not really connected. Where I think Erdrick's line is related to a dragon. And the reason that, I mean, what really sets a good guy from a bad guy, right? A bad guy usually becomes bad because something happened and he needs to change it. Well, what starts a good guy on his trail? somebody offs his dad or his mom or his family or his village, and he goes off on a journey. Both of them have the same starting. The only difference is one is viewed as good and the other is bad. But they're only viewed as good because that's the point of view we're shown. If we were playing, say, Hargon's side, we would be the good guys and they'd be the bad guys. That's the complicated point of what is evil. I think it was a quote in one of the Jurassic Parks that to a mouse, a cat is evil. Interesting observation. Thank you. Hargon blames the queen, giving the last of her life energy to Erdic before her passing, which is true. She passed and gave him her abilities, which means that her bloodline is passing down through his bloodline. But does that really make Hargon a bad guy? He's a bad guy because we were told to go and defeat him. But he's not really... If you don't think, it's bad writing. It isn't really bad writing. This is the complication that comes out with script analysis and character analysis, which is something I've studied heavily through my theater degree and taking communication theory. The best bad guys are the ones that, if you look at it from their point of view, you can sympathize with. So Sleeping Beauty, the evil queen, was always really, really, really evil. Well, until we got the Maleficent movies and it changed it. She wasn't evil for no reason. She was kind of like dissed majorly. And even with Sleeping Beauty, if you look at it closely, if they would have just invited her to the christening, nothing in the movie would have happened. I mean, if the writing doesn't make you think, oh, yes. If the writing doesn't make you stop and think about what's going on in it, or what's being hinted at and what's being hidden, and why things are happening, then yeah, it's bad writing. Or a bad translation of a good writing. There's a lot of stuff we would miss because this is a translated game. So some of the things would have needed to be changed for English speakers to understand it, and contextually we would miss things. And I usually have a habit of, I don't know, breaking things apart. As a hero, I feel nothing for this hero. I feel nothing for these two characters at all. That's what this game is missing for me, and why I probably would never replay it. There's no life to him. Where the first game, there was kind of more life in 3 than there was in this one. Because in 3, you say goodbye to your mom, you go get your new job, you find out your dad might still be alive, and you go off to find him. And in finding him, trying to find him, you find out all of the stuff that's going on. And you end up in this world where everybody's being oppressed. So I felt more for him. Where this character, I'm just like, okay, I'm a descendant of the first guy. I don't have a mother or father. I've got a princess who fell in love with me 5 seconds after meeting me. If they couldn't get a halfway decent localization translator with Square Enix product, I'd be so disappointed. The problem is that Square Enix wants to use AI for everything. And even if you're a really good translator, there are certain contextual things from the country of origin that we would miss. They added a lot to this game compared to the original. They did. I will hands down say this is much better than the first one. Actually, my hubby yelled at me because the first game was boring. It was on sale for like $2 on the Switch. So he got it, he played it, he glared at me, and he got mad. Because it was a waste of time. More so because the game actually gave no direction on what you're supposed to do, and rescuing the princess is optional. The original was literally rescue the princess, defeat Dragon Lord, end credits, which is exactly what the game is right now. It was rescue the princess, defeat the Dragon Lord, end credits. Everything else, you had to go out and look for it. And if you, like I said, there was nothing that said I could take the princess with me. Nothing. There was no hints that that would be okay. So I just followed what it told me to do. And if you follow what it tells you to do, then I don't know. You gotta be a certain type of player to push that. He's not old school. He's old school, but he's not JRPG old school. Like, I never touched Dragon Quest because that was my brother's game. He liked it, so I tried to stay away from it. Sibling rivalry was bad between us. Which version isn't even the original? I know, it wouldn't be. Most likely the original is lost to time. The original data is lost to time. But it's as close to the original as you're going to be able to get right now. But yeah, hubby isn't a JRPG player. He played much different games than I did on the Dragon Warriors on NES. Awesome. So does my brother. I do not. Hubby does not. The closest you can get to getting the NES version is the port on the Switch. Because I don't support ROMs. Well, okay. I don't support ROMs for playing a game that you don't have, or that there's a way to access it port-wise. I agree with ROMs for archival purposes, because we're just going to keep losing technology and losing the original games, which is what's happening with all the older games. They've been lost to time. So a ROM's going to make sure that there's always a copy available. I say it failed marketing, rebranding the game for a Western audience. It failed here for the same reason that the Mana series had problems here. They tried to push it as a Final Fantasy game, which doesn't work. It's not Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy kind of had a little more story back then, and this game didn't. Visions of Mana was literally called Final Fantasy Adventure. As a Western audience, they wanted it to be Dragon Warrior with the idea of fighting a dragon. I used ROMs mostly to test or play games I have already bought sometimes, twice or more. Yeah, and see, using a ROM when you already own the game, which is great. Or say it's a ROM of a game that we never got in the West. And it's now translated. That's awesome. Because it's never going to come over here. Those are the reasons I support. I don't support if somebody's like, you know, instead of buying this game, I'm just going to use the ROM for it. That to me is illegal and should not happen. And as long as it keeps happening, that's why you got people like Nintendo who are going to keep suing and shutting them down. Dragon Quest is you are a dragon on a quest. Yes, but they don't outwardly say, there absolutely nothing in these past two games have said that you are a dragon. I'm picking up with it because of what the Dragon Lord just said. Otherwise, I would have never thought that the Eardick line is related to dragons. And Dragon Warrior still could be the same thing. You're a dragon on a quest as a warrior, which you are. It wasn't a name thing. It was a trying to push it as something to play because of Final Fantasy being so popular. That's the only reason it failed. And also, like I said, translation-wise back there then was horrible. So a lot of stuff is lost in translation. Let me keep this ending going, and we can talk more during credits.
Almighty Rubis, we hereby swear that we shall do all in our power to see the world of the future filled with kind-hearted and heroic souls. Both.
Hey, look, she just said we're gonna have 100 kids.
Trust in us. Humankind shall not fail thee.
And I can't fault them for a name change.
You have my thanks.
And Dragon Warrior makes more sense than Dragon Quest.
I may not be always at your side, my children. I shall be always with you in spirit. Ever shall I watch over you.
Beloved, this oath we here swear shall bring hope to future generations.
All right, does that mean we're before marriage about to make children?
Trust unto me the 5 sigils. When the dark rises once more, these shall be the key. The tie that binds me to such heroes as might yet appear.
Dragon Warrior is... The translation was what Dragon Quest really meant. Yeah. Which is also why I don't mind Story of Seasons, Harvest Moon. Story of Seasons was the original name. Whee! Here we go.
The fairies shall know how to find me when the time comes, and we shall meet again. I shall be reunited with the heroes of the line of Erdrick. It is simply a matter of time.
Yeah, at minimum 9 months. Screw the wedding. They're just gonna make kids. If Daddy has a problem with it, the goddess just told us to make babies. I want to see an HD of 4, but 4 is so oversaturated story-wise.
Sudden summons, good sir. I would speak with thee of something.
Don't impregnate my kid.
All was as the prophecies foretold. Lo, the words of the ancients do ring clear and true down through the ages. The promised hero, in whose veins floweth the blood of mighty Erdrick, is none other than thee. If there be a better man to rule this land, I know him not.
Right.
What sayest thou? Wilt thou take the throne in my stead? wilt thou watch o'er this fair realm till thy dying day.
The last Dragon Quest Monsters game literally is a retelling of 4. Dragon Quest Builders 2 is a retelling of Eardic's story.
But were I ever to rule, it must needs be a realm of mine own founding.
So be it. 'Tis not for me to persuade thee. But wheresoever thou goest, I would have thee take the sphere of light with thee.
Okay.
'Tis the right of heroes to bear it, after all. Now go forth, and may good fortune go with thee.
I kind of bet we are going to get the rest of the Dragon Quests remastered, but in specific orders.
Wait, I prithee! Take me with thee, my dearest heart. Pray, forsake me not. Wilt thou take me for thy companion?
I can't say no. We literally told a goddess we were gonna make children. Sure.
Thou wilt? Oh, joy! Let us roam the land, and in doing so grow strong in both body and soul, that we might one day fulfill the vow we have made to Lady Rubis.
Aww.
'Twould seem a new journey awaiteth you both. May it be a happy one.
Really? She couldn't walk? Ah, Kira Toriyama. Dragon Quest 1 through 4 all have the original port to either SNES or DS with added content. Yeah, I have no wish, want, or desire to play the original. Like I said, once I do a story, I'm good. And I'll wait on 4 until it is remastered, because most likely it will be remastered. I kind of get the feeling they are doing them in sets, and those sets are this, like 1, 2, and 3 all tied together because it's the Eardic set. So then 4, 5, 6 will be in a row. Because I kind of bet Square Enix in their reconstruction that they're doing has a lot to do with the fact that these HD 2D remasters are making them more money than their way overly remastered Final Fantasy VII. Dragon Quest did way better than Final Fantasy VII's remaster did. Remake. And as an HD 2D remaster, it wouldn't have cost as much money. And it's kind of the thing that all the companies are doing now. They know that there's still money to be made with their OG titles, so they're bringing them forward. We've got all the Tales of games coming forward. The East games are coming forward. The Trails games, all of those original ones are coming back out, including Xanadu. 4 through 6 are considered the Zenith era, but they're not really connected.
Alas, Majesty, thy precious child has failed thee. But I shall not. This wicked world shall be remade. I swear it. Upon my name.
Yeah, Hargon. Zenith, they're not really connected. They're not, but they are. They find a way to make the connection a little bit more obvious. Kind of the way they did with this. All right. Took 20 hours. That's not bad. If I wouldn't have like sat it on the shelf for a while. All right. Let's take a very short break so I can change the title on all the streams. Yeah, it's gonna go into Dragon Quest 2. Alright, but I want a restroom break first. So I shall be right back. Just need to do restroom and changing the title on all the streams.